Hello, and welcome to the Flashing Badger podcast for this week. My name is Gordon, and joining me, as always, is...
Wegs,
Fitz,
and Mike.
Thanks very much for joining us. Today, we are playing the excellently named, oh dang, Bigfoot Stole My Car with my friend's birthday present inside. It is real. It's a game written by Paul Maticevic, which I've probably butchered the pronunciation of. It's based on a game called Lasers and Feelings by John Harper. So it's great. It's free. If you check out Drive-Thru-RPG, it's a pay-what-you-want game. So go on there, throw them a few bucks if you enjoy the game. We're going to start this week with looking back on some reviews we've had on Spotify since the podcast has now launched. We've had some very pleasant reviews. Thank you very much for those. And we're going to read out some of our favourites at the start of every episode. So I'll start with one from Prince of Crows, who left us one for our 40k episode. The review reads as such. This is Yelena's father, Babu. She was such a hard-charging little tyke. I always knew she would become one of the Emperor's finest after constantly beating up the boys in our village. We would always venture to the depths of the jungle where I showed her a thing or two about fieldcraft. P.S. Wicked grenade toss. The Emperor protects. Well, thanks, Babu. We appreciate you listening, and we're glad your little girl did you proud.
Helena.
Helena. So that was excellent. Thank you very much, Prince of Crows. We appreciate it. It always helps us get noticed. As I said, today we are playing, I'm going to call it Bigfoot for short. It's a somber tale of Grand Theft Bigfoot. Grand Theft Auto by Bigfoot is probably more appropriate. Everyone's created a character for me already. It's a very simple game. I'm going to go around the table and start with Wegs. Tell me about your character today.
Hi, my name is Brian Crosling. I'm mysterious and suave. I'm also 4'9" and I weigh 393 pounds. I've seen the movie Drive approximately 72 times, and I've melded my brain into that character's persona. So I've been practicing my wicked skids in the car, and we'll discuss the car later. I'm wearing one leather glove, driving glove, and of course, the plot points about what else I wear will unfold as we continue. All right. Fitz, what you got for me?
G'day, my name is Christos Flavourmade-Brown. I'm the kind of guy that as everyone matures and grows up, this friend sort of more and more becomes on the outer because I never really grew up. But I get invited to a lot of parties because, hell, I'm just fun to be around. You wouldn't want me to look after your children, but I'm fun at parties.
What about your character, though?
Hey, there he is. Very good. Yeah, so that's me.
Excellent.
I don't need to know much more.
Hi, I'm Mike, and today I'll be playing Chad Fourthandown. Yeah, Chad's a bit reckless. Chad's an athlete. Chad is on the varsity football team, and I didn't think beyond that. So picture him wearing a varsity school jacket. It is blue and gold in colour.
And is he like 32 years old? That would be my favourite.
And he's still living on campus and everything. I love it. But yes, he's wildly reckless and athletic and is itching to tell you all about it.
This, like I say, is based on Lasers and Feelings, which is a really simple game. Every check basically is going to fall under, in the Bigfoot game, patient or reckless, and they're going to roll one dice. They each have assigned a number that they have to roll under or over, depending on whether they're being patient or reckless. But it's kind of a bit of a free-form game about Bigfoot. So,
oh, damn.
What's your Bigfoot experience?
Me or Chad Fourthandown?
Both.
So myself, not much Bigfoot, a lot of drop bear activity in Australia.
Of course, yep.
So we've experienced that, which I imagine is similar. Chad Fourthandown, he spends a bit of time, he's invested with the school notice board on the college campus, and he keeps putting Bigfoot material up. He hosts a class during the downtime, which is to sit around and talk about the different Bigfoot theories and to try and get people rallied together. So far, no one's attended, but it's likely just...
Third year.
Scheduling.
These classes really take off in their third year. Give it time.
And just to clarify, we had a side chat before this started where we've decided the plural of there is one Bigfoot and two Big's foot.
Thank you.
It's the appropriate plural.
We did.
Lieutenants General,
Lieutenants General,
Big
Courts
feet.
Martial, Big's foot.
Big feet is not the preferred nomenclature.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right. So Fitz, is Christos as deeply invested in Bigfoot's lore?
Well, funnily enough, Christos actually is. It's probably the only thing, apart from partying and women, that he takes seriously. And that's Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and Yeti lore. In fact, if anything, he's very committed to Bigfoot.
But not the abominable snowman.
No, that would be.
Oh, that's just crazy conspiracy theories, man.
Would are Christos and Chad like? Do they know each other? Are they good friends, or are we going to find that? We'll find that as we go. That's fine. Wegs, Brian, is he Bigfoot?
No, he's the more sit at home in the dark and tinker with an engine taken out of a car kind of guy. Has no mechanics training, doesn't know what he's doing, is gluing pieces randomly together and hoping for the best.
And he just likes the noise of the ratchet
the
going
ratchet,
as he just tightens and untightens the same
and
bolt.
incredibly, the ratchet, it will make the noise as long as he keeps turning it. It's incredible.
It's right. It's there for him in a way that his family never was.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Really sad. Obviously, get help, Brian. That's what we'd say.
To answer your question, no, absolutely nothing about Bigfoot.
Start our story, and again, I apologise to anyone who is listening to this who has any personal knowledge of these places because I have made everything up.
I thought you were going to ask them to. I thought you were going to apologise for anyone who personally knows Bigfoot.
Yeah, anyone who's listened to the podcast in general, I apologise. So, Seattle, Washington State, not DC. It's about 7 or 8 degrees. It's cool. It's March 1998. And you're out on the streets. You're on your way to a birthday party. Chad, whose birthday is it?
This is the most radical birthday party I've been looking forward to for months. This is Tyler McScooter's party. He is one of the coolest kids on campus. He's easily a decade younger than me, but we're totally going to link up and talk about the upcoming dance. And we've got big plans.
The Enchantment Under the Sea dance?
He's backup quarterback as well. I mean, not officially. I'm not on the team. But I don't know if anything ever happened to Tyler McScooter that I'd sub him. He's told me that. I'm probably the better player, but it's more about just giving the youth a go. Anyway, I'm rambling.
All right, so how are you making your way to Tyler's party?
We can't use my car. My car's in the shop. I do have a car. I could show you a photo if you want.
No one's ever seen it.
There aren't phones with photos at the moment, so I'll sketch it for you later.
It's a Polaroid. It's just you've cut yourself out of it, but you didn't have any more film. So
we've borrowed, I believe it's Christos's mother's Audi Quattro.
Oh, Christos. So you and Chad, because I know you had obviously made your way into town to buy a birthday card for Tyler. What? Where did you pick him up? How long has he been with you in the car?
As news to me, I picked him up actually at the card/bottle shop. I was coming out of the bottle shop on the way to get a card. I bumped into Chad there, saw that he was clearly heading to a party as well. We got talking that there's only one party in town tonight, and that's Tyler McScooter's.
Very same.
Tyler McScooter's party, and of course a party ain't a party without Flavourmade-Brown there. So Christos has decided to give this party his presents. He's heading there. Borrowed Mum's car because, Christos don't have his own.
Can it be a powder blue Nissan Stanza instead of the Audi Quattro?
Audi Quattro sounds a bit cool. I'm thinking more of a station wagon, maybe, a
Bigfoot in a station
I think it's maybe an old Subaru. Sort of
minivan type.
Yeah, something like that.
As long as you stick with powder blue. That's
Yeah.
I'm committed to that
One
detail.
panel can be brown, but the rest is powder blue.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. So that's it. I've come to get ready lately and get ready late for this party, dressed to impress. But yeah.
Right. And you're 21, obviously, to buy alcohol in Washington State? I don't know. Chad's 34, we've decided. So.
I'm a little bit older than 21, but not much. But hey, man, age ain't a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely the lines I'll be using later on.
Like McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
You think of McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, actually. That's exactly what I'm going for right now.
All right. Excellent.
All right.
Indeed. Brian, are you with these two clowns or are you not yet? No, you're a bit of a lone wolf.
Tyler McScooter face, that's his name.
Tyler McScooter, obviously. Usual. Yep.
I've got a long unrequited crush on Tyler's long-term girlfriend. And I'm hoping...
What's her name?
Lesnisha.
This is what happens when you make us names on the fly.
Can I just...
Felicity. Her name is Felicity.
Preface to everyone listening. Gordo has completely doorstopped us with all these questions. We have nothing organised here.
No ideas.
And we've gotten to this point without any of us stumbling too
Felicity.
I'm going to write down Tyler McScooter and Felicity.
hard. I'm going to write down Felicity because that's an amazing name.
Magnificent. I love it. So long-term crush, but he's never acted on it.
No, and has only seen her from 60 metres away through a opaque window. He likes the idea of her more than the actual thing, and he's got a long-term hatred for Tyler McScooter.
Does Tyler know that Brian exists?
No, not in the slightest.
No. Okay.
No,
and
no.
So I presume Brian wasn't invited to this birthday party.
Oh God, no. Even if that Tyler knew Brian existed, there wouldn't have been an invite.
At 4'9", I doubt they'll even notice you now. Chad's a freebie from Chad.
And does Brian know Chad and Christos, or are you again? You know them from afar.
Yeah, we know them from camp. I know them from campus. Christos is that other really cool guy.
I thought you were going to say from camp, and I was going to make you tell me the whole summer camp story.
I'm not that creative. So in my mind, there's only two cool cats on campus, me and Christos. And we sort of don't really know each other, but I like the way he operates.
Game, respect game.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Chad, I know, is the creepy old guy at the tender age of 34. He's the creepy old guy who keeps hanging around on campus, swooping in on the 18-year-olds who are just starting on campus. And I'm sort of a bit threatened that he's coming along for the ride because Felicity... I'm going to have to write her name down, aren't I?
Yep. Felicity, that's close enough.
Felicity. I'm a bit concerned that Felicity won't have an opportunity to fall in love with me while Chad's around.
If I have 1,000-yard stare, it's because I'm still trying to think of camp names in case we come back to it.
No, I've moved on now. And are you, obviously being a football fan, the football team for...
Camp pitcher tent.
For the football team for Seattle is the...
As in the Seattle Seahawks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know Christos, I know you're an NHL fan. Mm-hmm. And so you're a big supporter of the
Seattle NHL team's cheerleaders.
He doesn't even know their names.
I go to
the girls.
I go to the games for the ladies.
Do hockey teams have cheerleaders? Write your answers on the postcard and send it to Spotify, care of Flashing Badger Podcast.
They do when Christos is around.
They'd wear big woolen jackets.
Yeah. They've got the cleats on. They're dressed like the curling team. They've got the cleats and the big jackets and the mop.
I imagine it would be hard to do a pyramid on the ice.
Yeah. The ice skates tend to
cut into the girl underneath you.
Have a negative impact on the people beneath you.
All right.
I'll take you to that ice hockey ring now.
And I've got a few more trivia questions about Washington, about Seattle in general, if you want.
Home of grunge.
Oh yeah, it's 1998 as well. Oh.
The NHL team is the Seattle Grunge.
Yes.
It's the Seattle Kraken.
Is it really?
Is it really?
Apparently.
That's a cool name.
Oh, well, according to my 7 seconds of Googling before I decided to put you on the spot. Yep.
Google wasn't around in 98. Keep it in universe code.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Cracking them pucks.
All right. You've been in the bottle shop. You've been in the card shop. Tell me about the card you picked for Tyler.
Initially, I waited in the car so that I didn't have to go into the bottle so I wouldn't have to buy anything because I'm pretty cheap. Mm-hmm. But then I remembered how much Tyler means to me, and I panned across and saw the card shop. And I was like, oh, here's an awesome opportunity. So I went in and started looking at the cards, and I found one which has a kid doing a kickflip. And it has the big number 4 on it. And I imagine that means 4 times the awesomeness of this kickflip. And I was like, he will love this card. So I've opened it up and it says in there, congratulations and happy 4th birthday. And I'm like, 4th kickflip, I love it, amazing. It goes layers. And so I've selected that card and it cost me like $15 because even in 1998, cards are just so expensive. Why?
Yeah, I see Mike's got a few pages of text prepared. I can see here about the card lobby, but we can't actually afford to run it.
Big card, I've got their fingers.
Hallmark's fierce litigious. So we're not running any of that material, so turn the page. How old is Tyler turning at this birthday?
4, presumably.
We're going to a 4-year-old's birthday party?
Tyler's turning 21, which is why we're going so hard on the party.
Of course. So I've got terrible news for you because just as you come out of the card shop celebrating, and you keep opening and closing the card to look at the inside, and Christos is still like trying to choose between, like, work out what the cheapest beer he can get without looking cheap. From outside, you hear this like smashing of glass. And you hear like a distant scream, and then from outside you hear, it's a car. and the car springs to life. And just as you step back towards the glass door, you see the car start squealing away from the curb with this hairy arm out the window, like Harry and the Hendersons hairy. And he's giving you the full bird out the back as
disrespect.
he screams away. And you hear as he takes off. It is, I know it's shocking, but Bigfoot has stolen your car, or your mum's car, Christos.
Yes.
Talk to me about the immediate emotional impact of this.
Great, merciful Scott. I'm upset and I'm thinking to myself, is it her? Is she back? Have I found her?
Well, and there's a pre-existing relationship with Bigfoot.
Well, this is why I'm a little bit Bigfoot obsessed.
We might have to cover this later on.
I think
if
we
we
should.
bump into
But
Bigfoot.
I'm upset because my present for the party was in that car.
That's an amazing segue. What was the present?
Well, so Christos ain't exactly what you call a guy that plans ahead. So having only heard about Tyler McScooter's party this morning, I went ahead and not really having much money to spend on a present. I thought my present will come from the heart. And I got out the arts and crafts that my mum keeps in the desk in the study. And I made Tyler a booklet of handmade coupons.
And you told me before the game what these coupons were for. Would you like to tell me what some of them
Well,
are?
the coupons are good for pretty much anything, anytime. There's no expiry on them. They're quite pretty. I made them myself. You know,
Glitter
bit of glitter, bit of glue, sticking a few things on. Nice calligraphy, best as I could do. There's one in there for a free massage. There's one in there for an hour-long free foot rub.
This is a good
There's
one.
also one in there that I will help you hide a body with no questions asked.
It's amazing. It's got macaroni on it.
It's got macaroni and little glitter stars and everything.
And there's no expiry.
No expiry on
love
these
it.
ones. These are good for one time only. Yeah, so I'm very proud of it. I put a lot of thought into it. There's meaning in it.
It's true. It's nice. I think. But Chad, I know your gift went in a slightly different direction, and I'm not entirely sure why. But tell me about it.
Could I picture as well that Chad is walking out of the card store as this happens and the car's like screeching away and it's the view from down at almost my ankle level and I drop the card in shock and as the card lands it opens but it's one of those electronic ones and it goes, "Have a radical 4th birthday, dude."
Starts with the Spider-Man tune or
And
something.
Chad's like, "Not now, card! Not now! God damn it!"
So the present that Chad had bought for Tyler is a barbecue apron with a lobster on the front that says "Kiss the Cook," and also a lava lamp because this is 1998 and he was walking through. Guess who? What's new? What's
I don't think
Guess
they have
what?
that in Seattle, but the
Picture-
local equivalent.
a shop that is just full of bizarre junk items like lava lamps and whoopee cushions and like fake dog poo.
Like a Daisyo or a Panda Mart or something like that.
What are they?
I don't know. He's using local knowledge.
Panda Mart. It sounds like it's rivaling Flashing. I want them shut down. Those are the gifts, and he hasn't done a good job of wrapping the lava lamp either. It's just one like wrap of gift wrap around it, so all cellophane, so you can see what the gift is. There's every chance it's just going to break in the back of the car.
I have outside game knowledge about how to wrap a lava lamp, and it's difficult.
We've got
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No. I'm
The
just
audience
saying.
would love to hear it.
What I'm more saying is I've tried to wrap one before as a present. It's a hard thing to do.
But
Yeah,
I'm
you've got to
worried now
unplug it
that
first, or else it's too hot.
Oh, right. Yeah, the
You
paper
won't-
kept melting, setting on fire.
I'm concerned that in 40 minutes' time, you'll forget to tell us, and then I'll get to the edit, and I'll be listening to this bit, and I'll be like, "You never told us how to wrap a
I might
lava lamp."
put in the comments.
Yeah, prepare for some 1-star reviews from people who are like, "This is bullshit." I listened to the whole thing. Sally and the Sasquatch.
She was just your regular modern gal out in the town and loving her life.
Sally and the Sasquatch.
He was just a Bigfoot, eating berries and making dookie in the woods.
Sally and the Sasquatch.
Yet who outside of network TV executives could have thought that this original odd couple would ever be living together trying to make it as writers in New York City? Sally and her big guy Sasquatch will romp through your evenings with heartwarming hijinks, fun-filled frolics, and very relatable situations to everyone watching at home. Tune in at 7:30 weeknights for your favorite sitcom flatmates.
Sally and the Sasquatch.
I, again, didn't think it was appropriate to even bring a present. So I've surreptitiously taken the book that Christos had made, and I'd crossed out from Christos, and I wrote, "Don't look at me like that. I feel guilty about it, but I've got to move in on his girlfriend. I'm sorry."
So it says
From
So
Brian.
not from Christos and Brian, it's just from Brian.
to Felicity from Brian.
No,
It's
it's not Felicity. It's to Tyler, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's-
I thought you
so
crossed
I
out the two and the
yeah,
from.
yeah, I thought so too.
Perfectly
Well, that's a much
re-gifted.
better idea.
Try and move in.
No, so I'm hoping that Tyler will be so distracted that I will have an opportunity to move in.
So you stole my gift. You intended, or you have stolen my gift.
Yeah,
To
but
steal another man's woman.
yeah.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
deeply unethical.
Whilst
but at least
Bigfoot
I'm
steals a car, a
This is look.
Nissan Stanza,
We don't. I need to go on.
Subaru Forester.
The Flashing Badger podcast does not endorse adultery in relationships or theft of motor vehicles. I think we need to get that on
Or
record.
Nissan stanzas.
the general use. They're just
Yeah, Nissan, our principal sponsor, is actually pulling out of this episode.
I did, however, sadly leave my jacket in the car as Bigfoot drove off, and I was desperately relying on how cool this jacket is to make me the star of the party. So this is a one-of-a-kind white vinyl with a gold decal on the back of a big scorpion, and it was getting a bit warm because it's March in Washington. I presume it's getting
between
warmer.
6 and 11 degrees centigrade.
That sounds real hot.
Yeah, but I'm 92% body fat, so I was quite warm as it was. So I took my jacket off for a moment, and it's now over the back seat, and Bigfoot has just driven off with it.
You're the type of person that I pictured as a prop for a magic trick in your jacket as well.
Oh, don't spoil
Like a
the
fake-
ending, guys.
One of those fake
or-
flowers that you pull the thing comes out.
I've got a handkerchief
Couple
that's all
coins.
wrapped and rolled around like a fishing
He's really
rod.
worried about
Yeah.
the rabbit in the inside pocket. Gotta get it
Not
back.
another dove.
And the sharp-eyed listener amongst you might have noticed that he's making Drive references in the games in 1998. That's just because I've changed the time period with no warning, and because Brian was really the archetype for the Ryan Gosling character in Drive.
I have a nephew named Nicholas Swanding Refn. He's young at this stage and obviously looking up to me as his big uncle, and I'm giving him some ideas.
I haven't seen the film. Every time you make a reference, can you raise a hand so that at least I know?
Sure.
I think
That
I'm
would
in
translate well to the audio format.
I think I'm in the same group as Chad there. I haven't seen the film either.
Well, it hasn't been made yet, so you're fine.
Oh, no, that's
Are you
right.
thinking of Baby Driver?
Yeah, that's the one. We can't mention that on the podcast. It's got Kevin Spacey in it.
Does it really? Whatever happened? I don't
Oh.
see him in anything anymore.
Chad, your first reaction, you see this car, obviously you're emotionally devastated. Christos, you walk out the bottle shop, you're now carrying the second cheapest case of beer they had in there. The car's still disappearing into the sunset. What do you think? What are you doing?
I'm screaming, my car, what should I do? I try and get the attention of these two. Actually, I try and get the attention of Chad, and I'm like, who's this guy?
I'm gazing off into the distance, trying to be all mysterious and dark and cool.
Hoping someone asks you what you
I'm
think.
actually mad.
Desperately hoping someone
like,
starts a conversation with
Brian, we left you in the car with the keys specifically so no one would take it.
Yeah.
You had one job, Brian.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right. I start looking around for help, maybe a policeman or another car or a taxi or someone we might be able to use.
No cops.
There'll be more security around here.
No cops.
Hey, if that's a reference, you put your hand
Yeah.
in. I don't know what he's doing.
No, it's just funny. But conveniently, I know Christos. Oh, no, sorry. Was it Christos or was it Chad who had this amazing device in their pocket that might help you get your car back in a stroke of amazing luck?
It was definitely Christos.
Yeah.
Christos.
Yeah. I'm a little bit Bigfoot obsessed.
Yeah.
After the initial freak out that I've had, worried that not only is mum's car gone, but I'm going to miss the party, and I hate missing a party. I remember I have a Bigfoot tracker in my pocket.
The patented Flavourmade-Brown Bigfoot scanner.
You know it.
I prefer to think that he got ripped off on Amazon.
Yeah. I like, it's one of those, there's like a button on the side, and every time you press it, it goes beep, and he's like, well, it's working. So is this like it's like an alien's motion tracker? It's like got a little screen and it just got a dot on it, or?
That is exactly what it is like. It's like a little handheld monitor. Screen looks up at the face of it. You know, you point it in the general direction, and you know, it's one of those. As it gets warmer, the beeps get bigger.
Like a Ghostbusters PKE meter.
Have we had an opportunity to calibrate this now where we're still in the car park and the vehicle containing possibly Bigfoot is flying up the road, like on the main road, and you do the clip as it goes off into the distance?
Funny enough, Bigfoot's taken off to the south, and it's beeping when you point it south.
It's funny
So-
because I do the scan around to see the beat, and then as I get to Brian, it goes beep, 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 and I go, oh crap, I had it set to nerd. So I turn it back around. This is an 80s, 90s movie, by the way.
yeah, true.
It's like the old stud finder joke.
Yeah. I had it set. Found one.
Okay, excellent. So your first course of action, what you're gonna have to give hot pursuit.
I think so.
What vehicle have you got to hand to pursue him?
I found a golf cart being used by mall security. I want to give him the big push to push him straight out of the mall like golf buggy
Oh,
so that we can jump in 3 up, or 2 in it and then 1 standing on the back.
yeah, like in Navy SEALs.
Is that what they use?
There's a golf montage in Navy SEALs for no reason.
Wait, as in Navy SEALs, a film or
Navy
the
SEALs,
people?
the film with Charlie Sheen and Michael Biehn.
Gonna have to edit out any mention of Sheen.
Is it Bien or Bean?
It's Bean, but I refuse to say that because people don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, good, because I made a joke in a recent video and I called him Bean.
Yeah, he is.
I've been calling him-
He's been really pissed off about that.
I've been calling him Bine.
Oh, you're an idiot. Sorry. Got too aggressive too quickly there. Let's roll back. So the golf cart. So you see these more security in there. You're going to have to rip this dude out. And this dude is like jacked. He's got his custom. Yep. He's got his custom Titan shirt sleeves. He's got his like massive. He's got those veins in his neck that are the size of like a garden hose.
Why does he have 3 sets of handcuffs?
He's roided up, and he's also. This is like America, so he's got like a submachine gun slung across the front of him.
I was hoping for
He's
like a Paul Blart type character.
No, he's like fingers wrapped around the steering wheel, and he's just sitting there, still going, yeah, just staring off into the distance. And
he tosses an empty protein drink behind him.
yeah, and it's just steroid needle hanging out of his arm.
What?
Oh, that went too far. So Chad goes up, and Chad gives him the big shove. Right. So I'm going to get you to do a check for me. Now, you're being reckless, I would say. So you want to roll over your numbers. So you're going to get 1 dice. You need to roll me above a 2.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you should get bonus dice? Tell me.
There is. Chad is very athletic, and he's coming from the blind side because he's done some DT defensive tackle work before. And so he's going to come from that almost 45-degree, 90-degree angle and just unsighted. I don't care how big this guy is.
All right, I'll give you 2 dice.
I'll take it.
Give me a roll.
So Chad was in The Blind Side. Good movie.
I've barely... Oh, wait, no, I may not have. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Right, so the 2 is a magic dice. For when you roll a 2, you get happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday means you get to ask me any question, and I tell you the truth. Please keep it in game.
Okay. Where is Bigfoot headed to?
Bigfoot's headed south to the land of opportunity, to California.
Oh my word.
Oh, and it's a full tank.
He's got half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark,
Full tank
and I'm
of gas.
pretty sure he was wearing sunglasses.
Is that a Drive reference?
That's a Blindside movie reference.
Now, I'm sure you all know California's about 18 hours away by car. A ticking clock. You've got to catch him. Once he's in California, he'll disappear amongst the native Bigfoots. You got to get him. He's got a 5-minute head start, and that's more than he needs. He knows a dozen languages, 50 cultures. He'll blend in.
Yes.
That's a Last Crusade reference.
Yeah.
Right. So you've succeeded. You asked me that question. You can now change your action, or you can stick with it if you like.
I think I'll stick with the action.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to be us 18 hours in a golf cart, but this will get us
It's a
moving.
good start.
I agree.
Right. Well, I think you succeed in shoving him off, but the process of impacting him so hard has made the entire golf buggy with him inside just fall on its side. So it's just sat there, and he's now inside, and because of his giant shoulder muscles, he is now completely beached. So he's trying to get up, but just can't. He's going to need help.
Oh, that's a win, I
And he's
guess.
just like, screaming under this golf cart. And thankfully, he can't reach his gun either. So the entire golf buggy has tilted over. He's pinned under it by his giant musculature. What now? Someone got a plan B?
I think we need to pick up this cart,
You're going to release the Kraken.
Oh, no. I think the card is the only thing keeping this beast
Oh,
contained.
sorry. I thought he'd fallen out next to that
no,
falling
no,
down
no,
car.
No.
I've heard of this guy, El Securo de la Muerte.
Doesn't sound good. I think it means January's security man.
Okay, no, well,
Yeah, no, I think what is going to appear is that Chad has just run over, assaulted a security guard out of nowhere, and now all three of us are going to have to run away.
We're now wanted.
So we are chasing Bigfoot, and the state of Washington is chasing us.
Can either of you think of another vehicle?
is there another vehicle around or we just start
There's
running?
Plenty of cars parked up and down the street. You can go for one of those. Brian, do you have a car?
I do. I have a 1982 Sigma, it's a small sedan. I noticed there's an old man getting out of it, and he's walked into the bottle shop. And because this is 1980s Washington, everybody is very trustworthy. He's left the keys in the ignition.
So are you going to try and jump in this car?
I think
We're no better
my
than
moral.
Bigfoot.
I wouldn't
We
normally
are the Bigfoot.
we are. I wouldn't normally steal from an old man who's trusted society with
What
his
age
car.
range do you steal from?
Oh, 30s and up, I reckon, would be probably fair. Yeah,
They
that
have
seems,
nicer
that
cars.
seems
It's
fair.
nice to have a code.
I have no moral compass. I will take it. I need to get my scorpion jacket back desperately.
So this to me feels like a reckless maneuver.
You would think so, although I have paid attention to him get up and walk out, so I know he's not coming back for a minute.
So you're arguing you've been patient.
I've been
in ways
patient. It's not like I've gone crazy and just run up to a security guard and pushed him over for no
For
reason.
context, do the listeners know our scores?
So the scores are the Mike and Fitz both need to roll over a 2 to succeed in reckless acts, or under that in patient acts. Wegs has a 5, so he's far more geared to patience than he is to recklessness. Tell you what, Wegs, I'll let you have that. I'll give it as a patient action. Give you a so it's a 5. You're gonna have to roll under that, and I'll give you 2 dice because you're prepared.
I'm prepared. Excellent. I've taken my time while Chad has viciously assaulted this poor innocent security guard. I've been plotting on how to steal a car from a poor innocent old man.
They can ring 911 together.
Yeah. Oh, that's the bonding activity. I have rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay,
So
2 successes.
2 successes.
So good job. So you slide into the driver's seat of this car and you spin the wheel.
I spin the wheel. I look. I go. I say to my compatriots, "Don't worry. I know how to hotwire this." And I look down, and the keys are already in the ignition. And I jingle the keys a bit, so it sounds like I'm doing something. And I put my head back up and I say, "Let's roll."
I know
And
the
they're
sound of a
staring.
blockbuster keyring.
I look at Chad and go, this bloke you brought's really weird, dude.
There's no point us calling the police for Bigfoot now because they're going to be preoccupied with the assault and the
And the
live
theft.
carjacking.
Yeah.
All right. And when you you get in the car. Tell
I
me about
jump
is
in
it-
the back.
Do you need to tilt the seats to let them in the back? Or is it
Yes,
four-door?
I do. Yeah. So Chad has to. So Chad and Christos are bickering about who's going in the back seat, and Chad's saying, "No, not do me a voice of."
Chad's a little big for the back seat, don't you think? But as I get crammed in, I pull down the baby on board car sign and toss it on the back parcel shelf.
I was happy to get in the back seat.
Sure.
No, you're both
That's
in the
where
back seat, and, and Brian's driving. And you're stuck behind the passenger seat. It's locked into place.
And
inside.
I think as stressed about the car as I am, and as stressed about Bigfoot as I am, I have a case of beer, and I look at this for what it is, and being the party hard dudester that I am, I hand everyone a beer absent-mindedly and look forward to this, what I'm going to look at, happy road trip.
And it's the late 90s. And remember how cars had those little ashtrays in the arm holders? I instinctively just check that. I'd check it in every car. If
That's
it has
because
one.
cigarette smoking didn't do anyone any harm till the 90s. It's fine until then.
Yeah, some people.
Cigarette smoke does people harm.
Oh God.
We'd like to thank Marlboro for sponsoring this. Right, so the car screeching burnout.
Fish tails. Yeah.
Can he drive a manual car?
Yes, but only in one gear.
He's
yes,
the
I-
designated driver. And he's like,
Yes,
manual.
I didn't sign up for this.
No, I'm pretty good with. I call it stick.
Oh, yep.
Oh, is this a...
Oh yeah,
shift.
it's
Column
behind
shift.
the gear.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
what it's called? When
yeah.
it's at the wheel?
You can have that, sure.
Yeah.
Column
right.
shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you didn't have to say it while you're looking at me like that. It's weird.
Or is it Callum? How does he pronounce his name?
No, you're thinking of Ryan Gosling.
Can I just
Or
say,
if there's more than one of them, Ryan's Gosling.
Nice.
Is he in Driver? Is that
Christos.
Drive.
He is the driver in Drive. Christos, you got something for us?
no, I was just thinking that as we fishtail out of this car park and head off
In first gear.
in first gear, I have this absent-minded vision of looking out a window and see what I swear are 3 little raccoons in a car speed past us going, did you guys just see that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And one of them had like a great makeup job.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Just I had that thought.
nice.
Anyway.
It's the Flashing Badger shared universe.
Anyway.
Throwback makes me feel so warm and fuzzy.
I know.
It's
I just
great.
had that thought.
And then a Space
that
Marine
was
drop
us.
pod hits them. All right, so you spin the car around. And
I hear
you,
in the distance, Shanada.
you take off to the south.
Yep.
And as you start driving down this road with just the engine screaming as you're in
red
first
line.
gear. As you get sort of over the crest and you continue, you can already see your cars disappeared off into the distance. But behind you, unknown to you, this like black truck, like one of those SWAT trucks from the 90s movies, pulls up at the scene of the bottle shop, and all these dudes in black suits and sunglasses get out, and they've got like these high-tech gadgets, and they're doing like a full wipe down of the crime scene, and you can see that they're covering everything up. Now you don't know this yet, but I'm telling you because I'm omniscient and omnipresent.
Also, I don't
So it
know
goes,
this.
No, Chad doesn't know this.
Okay.
Mike can know this,
Yeah.
but it looks like if you'd seen this, Christos, you'd be going nuts. The men in black are there.
Oh my god!
All right.
With all my Bigfoot knowledge,
Yeah.
I think I know what part of the government or part of the government that they won't claim to be
the-
they're from.
Environmental Protection Agency.
Absolutely, the CDC,
Department of Fisheries.
Fisheries and Wildlife.
The big roided up security guard who was all sweaty there that we pushed out of the golf cart was outside a barber and he like rolled in a bunch of hair. And so they've spent a good 5 to 10 minutes subduing him, doing tests on him.
2319!
2319.
I think we got him.
Zipped him up in a body bag. All right, so how long, you take off down this road, how long are you going on this road before you have to make...
second gear.
it's 6 miles
California
down the
the
road,
wrong
he
way.
figures out second gear. Oh, he's like, it's making a different
This
noise.
is good, yeah.
Smoke's coming in. So how long before you make a stop? Because I know this car only had like a little bit of petrol in it.
We call it gas.
And I know Chad in the back, he's not going to go on a long trip without like snacks.
And I'm also not going to pay for fuel, so
So how
I don't
long
have any
before you stop? Is it like an hour? Is it 10 minutes? How long?
I tend to get exhausted pretty quickly. I think with the first 7-Eleven we find I'm pulling into
You swerve up onto the forecourt of this 7-Eleven.
4 meters down the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you all pile out. I want each of you to tell me something that you're doing at this stop. What's your priority? And I'm going to start with Mike.
I run inside and there's one of those wheelie stands that's standing up inside the shop and I grab a road map. But the scale of it is almost the entire size of America. And so it's almost
The one-to-one map of...
Yeah, you simply unfold it and drive to the destination of your choice.
It's got it's got the giant things for like the biggest ball of yarn and Epcot Centre
Yes.
and all these.
And there's one which is over our entire section of road that we're going to be traveling. It's like where the legend is. It's just crossed. The key is over our whole thing. So it's not even of any use.
And you flip it over and on the back it's the same map but it's colour in. It's like, hey, you can for kids.
So
you know.
I grab that map and I also buy myself an energy drink that isn't really an energy drink yet. It is a strange coloured can with some Asian writing on it that people don't completely understand and it's quite syrupy.
It's one of those that makes you like have massive heart palpitations and double vision. Okay.
Like lychee and dragon fruit or something like that.
I don't think they had lychees in the 90s.
No.
Right.
The recent
they weren't
addition
invented
to the
yet.
fruit world.
Christos, what's your priority at the stop?
Well, I've checked the Bigfoot scanner and the signal's still coming strong, still heading away from us. So I take the opportunity, quickly run in and ask the attendant if he has a key to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Is this an actual need to go? Or is
Yeah,
this,
I do need to go. I've drunk a few of these beers. It's going through me. I'm squished in the back with old Chad here, so I need to go to the toilet.
Okay, makes sense. Brian, you obviously putting petrol in the car.
Yeah, putting petrol in the car, giving the car the old once over. I have no intention of paying. I can drive away pretty quickly in first gear.
Yeah,
I'll be
well,
fine.
you've unlocked second now.
Yeah, I figured out
Fantastic.
second.
The amount
so
of
I've-
offending.
I've given the car the once over. I walk in, I pay for the petrol. I've forgotten that I'd made the decision not to pay for the petrol, so I think about going back for a refund. But then I'm not actually entitled to ask for one.
Yeah,
so
You act like you're still doing a runaway with the petrol, even though you've paid.
I've paid,
I love it.
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
attendant's
yeah.
watching you run back, cover your face, trying to start it, and you're panicking, jiggling the keys.
I also am grabbing a pair of sunglasses and just one toothpick. That's all I need. One toothpick.
I love that you've plucked it out of the attendant's mouth.
Wiped it on my sleeve and then put it in my
While
mouth.
this is happening, I look up at the TV screen that's fixed in the corner of the petrol station.
Behind a sheet of plexiglass.
Is there any breaking news report or anything that's happening live?
Yeah, you'll have to wait a few minutes. No, there is. Amazingly. It's like, breaking news.
If we can't find the catches, man, then Timmy's little league weekend is ruined.
You're right, Stacy, and it sounds like you're ready to play hardball. Channel 46 Action News interrupts your regular programming as a breaking incident is unfolding on the I-10 freeway. Saskatchewan, more like Sasquatch running for champ. That's right, viewers. The only creature meaner than a white Bronco is the one driving it. Thanks to the Channel 46 Action Copter, we have this exclusive overhead view of the dramatic scenes as police close in. Reporter Phil Collins is in the air tonight. Phil, what can you see?
Oh my God, it's Bigfoot!
Thanks, Phil. Stay tuned, everyone, as we aim to cover this round the clock here on your home of Channel 46 Action News.
Flashing Badger.
Spate of car thefts, assaults near Seattle Bottle Shop. We cut live now to Dan Mann on scene. He's like, hello, I'm here to tell you there's been a robbery. We don't know any more, and that's the news. I don't know how news people talk. I'm not good at it. I'll get you all to roll a dice for me. And I need to know who's got the highest and who's got the lowest.
I have a 4.
I also have a 4.
I have a 3.
Well, I'm going to give Brian the highest there. So the highest dice, you get something nice. Just write something down that you've got from the shop that's going to help you later on. You'll be able to spend this later to help your cause. You're the lowest dice. Something's gone wrong. So that energy drink you had, instantly, not only is your heart palpitating, but
It's got the tum-tum, is it?
colours start changing.
Yes.
And you start, all of a sudden, as you're halfway through, Christos is like, Chad, are you okay? And all of a sudden you see like his hair grows out super long and it becomes... So you are surrounded by Bigfoot. They're everywhere.
Yes.
There's one behind the counter wearing his little 7-Eleven hat. There's one walking past on the street outside. Cars going by, all driven by Bigfoot. This is... Your brain's broken, man.
There's someone who's at one of the aisles picking out potato crisps, and I knock it out of their hands and I start shaking them and I go, "Where's the lava lamp? Where's the lava lamp?"
And you can see that the 7-Eleven Bigfoot is calling like 911. Hello. All right, so how are you going to shepherd him back into the car? How are you going to get him back there, Christos?
All right, I see this happening. I party hard a lot. I recognize someone who's tripping balls. All right. And I go, oh, man. And I'm tempted almost to have a sip of the drink myself because, hey, it's a party. But I'm thinking I do have the sip. It doesn't affect me at all because I'm pretty hardcore and used to this kind of stuff. But I always like to help a fellow party goer. So I bundle him into the back of the car. I steal, on the way out, a handful of those very American long plastic beef jerkies.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's essential for a road trip, yep.
I give the Big's feet, but not really, the attendant behind the counter a bit of a wink, like, hey, baby, I'll take these. And he's like, what are you doing? And I bundle old Chad back into the car.
Yep.
I give the tap on the hood as I get in
Yep.
to Brian. I'm like, let's go.
And he's still trying to get there.
You got to put the clutch, but oh, Brian.
Bigfoot can't get it in gear.
It's in neutral. Nothing's happening.
So Chad's still screaming in the back seat. Ah, Bigfoot. All right, so you go screeching out.
Yep. I'll figure it out.
Tell me about the route from Seattle down, the direction Bigfoot went. Tell me where that's taken us. Is it along the coast? Is it
Yeah,
inland?
Pacific Highway.
Yep.
It's scenic Pacific Highway.
On this map, it says it's the Pacific Highway.
And you're looking out on the water. Which body of water would that be?
Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, God.
So you're flooring it down the highway,
Yep.
and Are you making ground on Bigfoot at this point? Have you unlocked third gear, or are you still in second?
In third gear, and then into fourth even, and then possibly even into fifth. But the faster we go, I hear this faint hissing coming from somewhere. So we're working the car hard. We don't seem to be going as fast as we should be.
Great, now there's snakes.
I'm sick of these snakes on this goddamn
Car.
Monday to Friday
Subaru
plane.
Outback. Yeah.
And so you start hearing tuka 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 with the rotation of the tyres. And
It's Darude sounds still
the sick beats from the sound system on the tape deck. And you notice that it feels to you, with your driving expertise, like what?
Like flat tires.
All of them.
All of four. Like that song.
Maybe even the spare we haven't checked.
It's a slow leak, so we'll manage somehow.
Do you put your second set of sunglasses on as you say that as well?
I do. I don't realise I've already got one pair on, so they just sort of awkwardly clunk into my eyes.
And Christos, I know you had that printout in your pocket that you're now frantically unfolding. Talk to me about that.
Wow, the printout in my pocket, that's called...
The internet printout about Bigfoot.
Oh,
I know
yes.
you carry it everywhere in case
So-
you bump into him.
These guys aren't as cool as I am and aren't into this new thing called the internet.
Go on.
Right?
So you found someone with a GeoCities page.
I
about
did.
Bigfoot?
And you had to go to the library to use the internet.
I had to go to the library to print this out. I went on to Ask Jeeves and I typed in Bigfoot, and after the... I can't do the internet dial-up sound,
bad.
but...
I'll put it in.
It's going in post.
Yeah. I got all the information I need that's relevant to Bigfoot, Bigfoot's habits, and likely places to rest is in there. Now, I know this
What
is a
are
big
some
trip.
of Bigfoot's habits?
Smoking, drinking,
Well, stealing cars, apparently.
stealing cars.
Yeah.
You've penciled that in, Devin.
Grand larceny.
Grand Larson.
Grant Larson.
Yeah, we're
Good bloke.
Good
Yeah,
bloke.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. What time of the day is this, can I ask?
You tell me. I think it's probably late afternoon.
Late afternoon. I know that Big's feet, or Bigfoot's, I'm not quite sure, Bigfoots like to rest at night. They don't like to move around at night. So I know that once this sun goes right down, this Bigfoot is probably going to pull over somewhere and have a rest in, hang on, let me just check the page, in warm, cozy places.
Like the
A motel?
back of a Volkswagen.
Oh.
Chasing Amy hasn't been made yet.
Fair.
I think it is, actually.
We're probably all right.
Current popular movie, Chasing Amy.
Haven't seen it yet. So that's it.
Okay, so you continue and you're going to make a stop and try and fix this tyre issue.
Well, I don't think we have much of a choice. We can't drive on flat tires. We can. It's terrible for the fuel economy, though.
Tyler McScooter's party is going to be soon. We don't have time to stop and figure. We need to get the presents.
And we need to get my mum's car back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about your car. Sorry about that.
I think we just stop, put air in the tires, and keep going. Keep chasing this Bigfoot.
So the next place you come to, the next place on the highway there is like a combined truck stop, biker bar. There's all like big rigs down one end. There's all like outlaw, bikey gang, cruisers and choppers down the other end. And in the middle is this like tiny little like storefront for a convenience store. You pull up at the pump there and you're doing the tires. What are you doing now?
I'm watching one guy who parked his bike over with all the trucks, and he's slowly walking over to all the other people at the bar, and he goes, "Oh, there was bike parking." He's taken up an entire lorry spot on his own.
I think they say lorry in America.
Oh, that's why I said it. What do they say? Truck?
No.
Big rig.
Big rig. I like it.
So while we're doing that, so we're filling up with air here? Is this
Yeah,
convenient
I'm
stop
tending to the car.
So you're tending to the car?
Desperately trying to wipe away all the spilled beer and psychedelic juice that you two have spilled in the back.
Is Chad still tripping?
I think Chad's coming out of it now. I think
Yeah.
only like 1 in 3 people is a Bigfoot.
I think that I know from having partied hard a lot that the best thing for Chad right now is probably a quick shot of bourbon. And I'm thinking, I need to know where this Bigfoot's going. What better place to ask than a local biker bar?
All right.
So I grab Chad. I say to Brian, however, finish that, follow us in. We're going to go and chat to some dudes.
So you're going to go in there and use your natural charisma to try and... Did you describe this as a reckless act?
Well, No, I'd say it's actually quite measured on my part, really.
Good luck. Okay. Roll me 2 dice because you're a bit of a charisma machine.
I'd forgotten about that part.
Roll me 2 dice. You're looking for a 1.
And I've got one.
Okay, so you have 1 1 and 1
3.
Okay. So you go into the bar and you ask about anybody seen a Bigfoot coming around? Is that your
Yeah, I go up
approach?
to the barmaid. She's the salty biker bar type, atypical barmaid, singlet top, tattoos,
1998.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. That's before tattoos were cool.
tribal tattoos down her arm, that kind of thing. She does the old what'll it be? And I'm like, yep. And I use a bit of smooth talking, bit of a face action like I've got, and I try and quiz her about, have you seen any Bigfoots in Big's feet in this bar?
She's like, that's really weird. It's such a weird question. Why would you ask me that? I saw a Bigfoot in a powder blue station wagon like an hour ago, driving that away, down towards California.
And at that time, I grab a bikie by the beard and I go, and where's my lava lamp?
So
I would think that's reckless.
I was about to say at this very moment, this bikie, like, you feel him looming behind you and you turn around and he's like, hey, nobody talks to Darlene about Bigfoots except me. And he he does a full like Popeye one-arm wind up to throw a punch at you and smack, because you're a small weak-willed little weasel. Smack and in the game. The impact socks you on the jaw and you go sliding down the bar, like hitting bottles and glasses off as you go.
On October 12th, 1996, Skeeter Johnson, a 39-year-old cattle technician from Toadsuck, Arkansas, had a fateful encounter, an encounter that would change his life forever. Accompanied by his friend Diego Gonzalez, he set out on his walk home from work before having the encounter that would change his life permanently.
Senor Skeeter, do you think your life will ever be irrevocably altered?
I don't reckon so, Diego.
But little did they know, their lives were about to be changed, for at that very moment, Skeeter saw the Tortuga Cabra, the little-known and slower-moving relative of the Chupacabra.
Oh, stars and stripes, look over there, Diego.
But by the time Diego looked, the Tortuga Cabra was gone.
I just saw me a Tortuga Cabra. It looked like one of them armadillos that Barney always chases.
Okay, that's chido.
To this day, the sighting has never been confirmed. No one else has seen the beast, and all local livestock has remained defiantly unmolested. Will this mystery ever be solved? If you have any information that can help, call the Arkansas Bureau of Investigation today.
And instantly, the place erupts into violence. Not helped by the fact that Chad is currently just bouncing a biker's head off the table, yelling incoherently about lava lamps.
And pool cues are just breaking over my back. Like more pool cues than they have tables to play.
This is one pulled out. There's 18 cues
Yeah.
so far. I've gone. Yep. And Brian, where are you for all this?
I've finished putting air in the tires. It took me 35 minutes to figure it out.
You should use the hose. Complete seal of your mouth over.
You're pinching the outlet as you do it, going, I'm sure this is how it happens. My cheeks
That's going
hurt.
to sound
Yeah.
great.
So I walk into the bar. Guys, my cheeks are killing me. I see I push it open, I'm complaining, and I see this wild brawl.
And
I think I've got to keep myself beautiful for Felicity.
Felicity?
Thank you. I've got to keep myself beautiful for Felicity. So I turn around and walk out and go sit,
Oh, wow.
go sit in the car.
Get ready to sit in the car. All right. Are you extricating yourself from this fight? Are you continuing?
Yeah, I think it's one of those old typey ones where we started the fight,
Yeah.
but now it's erupting around us and we're just like crawling under people's legs.
There's
you
people
know,
like flying over you.
overhead.
Like you say, there's like 80 tables so far have been broke. Every time they break one, they stack it and a new one comes from out the back. And
There's a
every-
pie. Someone threw a pie. I don't know.
Every now and then it cuts to Brian sitting in the car with the windows up listening to music.
and I need you now tonight. Fucking need you more than ever. He's just singing along. We can't use that. We're going to get copyright strikes.
And then I picture it, but it's just muffled the fighting in the background and someone going through the shop front window.
Just in the rear view, there's just the person coming flying out the bar window.
And I've got my eyes shut. I'm belting out this
You don't
power
notice
ballad.
at all.
I am
And
belting
then
it out.
in the side windows, you see us two legging it towards the car at speed. Stop the car! Stop the car!
All right, I'm going to get each of you to roll a d6 for me, please. And again, highest, lowest, tell me.
I've definitely got the lowest with a 1.
Well, I've also rolled a 1, so that's
Yeah, you two reroll. You two
I've got a
reroll.
3.
I've rolled a 2.
Okay. And
And I've rolled a 4. All you Fitz.
okay, so Brian, tell me what. Obviously, in that service station, I'm assuming you found the Best of Bonnie Tyler mixtape.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you're listening to now.
It's a long lost relic.
Being all those hit songs she had.
Both of them. One's on side A, one's on side B.
Yeah.
When did
really
this become
pad it out.
dissing Bonnie Tyler?
Sorry, Bonnie, you're a gifted musician and we love you very much.
Still leave us a review, Bonnie.
Yeah, also, we enjoyed that song you made.
40 years
The
ago.
one. And Christos, Fitz, you've rolled the lowest there. You've now got a new problem, which is as you guys go running out, someone inside the bar has been on the phone to 911. They've been like, someone's been here. They've been asking about Bigfoot, and then they've broken all of our tables from our wedding table rental business. We're down 85 tables. You got to get them. She gives a pretty good description of you, Darlene, from the conversation you had earlier. But as she's talking to 911, you hear the of that's hacking. That's what hacking sounds like. So you know the phone tap's kicked off, and somewhere deep inside Washington, D.C., not state, there's a man doing that thing where he holds one headphone to his ear. He goes, Chief, we got a Bigfoot report coming out.
You better come take a look at this.
You better come take a look at this. He's like, yeah, I know. I've seen that. It's, your family's very handsome. Thanks for showing me. It's like, yeah, we've got another Bigfoot report out of Washington State. Like, oh my God, it's happened. Case, Brown Horizon. Mobilize the teams.
Make the call.
Make the call. And all of a sudden, you don't know, but these helicopters and SWAT vans are rolling in your direction on Bigfoot Watch. I'm going to have to find out what they do next time.
That's gut-wrenching.
I know.
So you guys have inadvertently started a nationwide Bigfoot hunt. Have to find out how that goes.
We need to get to Tyler McScooter's party.
I think it's probably 8 or 9 o'clock at night now. It's probably well underway.
If this ends any way other than me having a good night with Tyler, I'm going to flip this table.
Maybe you'll learn something about yourself.
I know,
That's the second time.
I know that Wegs is hungry.
Right at the start.
I'm going to have to amplify that bit so people can hear the tummy rumble.
No, it's Bigfoot in the background.
People going, no, Chad, have fun. Believe in yourself, Chad. The magic was in you all along. So, you're fleeing from this bikey bar. Fresh air in the tyres, which everyone knows is the secret to a fast car. Down the highway. Bigfoot, somewhere in the distance. But you're probably closing on him by now. Government agents on the way. We will find out next time. I hope you've had fun. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. As always, we ask you if you've enjoyed the episode, please leave us a review. In-universe reviews are our favourite. I would love a review from Bigfoot himself, letting us know what he was up to at the time of this adventure. Check out our Patreon. That helps for especially the painting channel and things, but there's also us being idiots and screwing up our ads and recordings. And most importantly for me, the Discord is where we have chat about what podcasts we're going to do, what's coming up. Recommend me some RPGs and we can learn stuff. Next up, we'll have part 2 of Oh Dang, Bigfoot Stole My Car with my friend's birthday present inside. I've been Gordon.
I've been Mike.
I have been Fitz.
I've been Wegs.
Thanks for coming.
Flashing badge.
Legend speaks of a man who saved the world with just a stroke of a brush. You may know him by name. He's the badger with a magical touch. Flashing badger, flashing badger. All right.
Flashing Badger.